That is Dean Takahashi from VentureBeat. I'm here at the debut event for Trion Worlds, and I'm with the CEO, Lars Buttler.
Yes, Dean, thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is an incredibly interesting night for us because we can finally unveil 3 revolutionary products on the Trion platform. The first is a fully dynamic,
and this is after 4 years of work now, right?
This is after more than 4 years of work on the platform and on the games. And today we are actually unveiling 3 exciting games, revolutionary games on the Trion platform. The first is a fully dynamic MMO role-playing game with stunning HD graphics. The second is a first in its class MMO real-time strategy game of epic scale and scope. And the third, which we just showed as a teaser tonight, is a breakthrough action MMO game with a television show in it.
So you worked on all 3 at the same time?
Well, 3 world-class development studios in 3 different locations. In Redwood Shores, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, and San Diego, California, worked on their 3 respective games.
And these are MMOs, persistent worlds.
Well, what they all have in common is that they are big genres of video games, but they are connected games. They are all dynamic, massively social. They change, they improve, they evolve over time. They all have epic events that combine large numbers of people, shared experiences, and deep bonds between the players.
So that dynamic is the new part, I guess. That's the kinds of worlds that we have today really aren't dynamic.
So, I mean, as you know, games today, even online games, are mostly static, repetitive, and they also chase people away from epic social events. Our teams make games that are always changing, evolving and improving with dynamic content. But they also embrace epic events and massively social connections in the game, like nobody ever before.
So does this mean sort of like overnight you would change the game, or is it a little more sort of prolonged process?
As you can see, we are actually able to change the games constantly on the fly. We have little changes in the game, from a merchant that is only here tonight to dramatic changes to the game world, dimensional gates opening up in any part of the world. The games are never the same. They constantly evolve and change. And different games have different expressions of dynamic content. In the first game, it is the dimensional rifts that create and change, the world in a dramatic way.
And let's talk about the names. I guess that's Rift, the Plains of
So
Telara.
The game that you might know as Heroes of Telara, which we showed for the first time at E3 last year, is now called Rift, Plains of Telara. As we exposed the audience to the lore and the storyline of the game, we realized that the notion of these dimensional gateways, the rifts, resonated incredibly well with the audience. And as we tested this, the suggestion from the audience came up again and again and again. You should really call this Rift. You should call this Rift. And so at some point we decided, basically, let's just do it. And so the first, stunning MMO RPG with dynamic content is now called Rift, Plains of Telara. The second one is this first in its class MMO real-time strategy game created by Petroglyph, the creative minds behind the original Command & Conquer franchise. And that game is called End of Nations. It is an epic, massively social real-time strategy game that takes place in a world after the current economic crisis and the economic collapse has literally led to an end of nations as we know it and to a new world order. And as a gamer now, you fight in epic battles against this new order of nations that has taken control like Big Brother of all the world.
And did you need an epic army to put all these games together?
You mean a Trion?
Yeah.
Well, you need an incredible team of great engineers to build the platform, and then you need really world-class game development studios. No matter how great your technology, it is great teams that make great games. So these are world-class teams in different locations that are great at their particular genres. RPG in Redwood City, RTS in Las Vegas, action MMO in San Diego.
So you're one of the sort of biggest gamblers in the game industry here. You've made one of the biggest bets. Big games, big company. You raised a lot of money. How do you feel about getting to this point and sort of proving some of these people who are skeptical that
you know we are incredibly excited. We have been waiting for this day for almost 4.5 years now. We can unveil 3 revolutionary products now. People are loving it. They're playing it right now. We're getting ready to bring them into the market. We are ready to change an entire industry. We are not talking about little casual games. We are talking about the big games, fully immersive, massively social, always evolving video games, the core of our industry, which we're now taking into the connected era.
So watch out, World of Warcraft.
You said it.
All right, thank you very much, Larry.